Hello, everyone, and welcome to SONIQLOOX Conversations. It's our video interview series where we talk with artists about their music, their process, and the lives they're living alongside of their music. Today, we're talking with Steve Harris, the voice and driving force behind Hillbilly Vegas, an Oklahoma rock band that spent 15 years doing it the hard way and earning every inch. Welcome to SONIQLOOX, Steve.
Hey, thanks for having me.
You said it right from the stage many times. Out there is the boss, the traffic, somebody trying to take your money. But in there, in the show, in the room, none of that matters. Now, when did you figure out that's what a Hillbilly Vegas show is supposed to be?
Well, I mean, we've always wanted it to be that way, but we were in the UK and there was a guy enjoying the show in the front row, but he kept throwing the middle finger up and, yelling whatever about our current president. And that's his right. And this is not an endorsement either way, but I just told him, hey, look, man, take that outside. We're not in here for that. You can feel however you want out there, but in here, we're in here for this music and what's going on now. And the crowd cheered so loudly, I just decided to make that a part of everything. That's in our intro now, so we just established that right away. and again, it's not an endorsement either way. It's just more of there's a place and time for that stuff, and we're entertainers. I don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's have a break from that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so that's where that came from.
I completely understand that. It's especially hard in today's society where people almost want to force you to pick a side.
Yes, and you know what? I still believe in what my grandpa used to say: the sanctity of the voting booth. When you close the curtain in there, it's between you and whatever you write down or choose, and that we shouldn't fight about it on the outside. And I wish more people were like that. But yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, when that mantra comes across and people buy into that, what does the audience in the room feel like when they fully let go of everything outside and just enjoy the moment there with you?
Well, it's like a suspension of reality. We'll reboot it back up when the show comes back, when the show is over. But for that moment, you just get to live in this space where you just enjoy the music, you enjoy the vibe of what's going on, you enjoy just not thinking about all that stuff out there. And I find that people really, no matter what they believe in that more than anything.
Yeah. Just letting go and just, it's like when you go into a movie almost, right? You just want to escape. So
exactly.
That's awesome. Yeah. And being in a rock band at a show, just having the music just overwhelm you, it's almost like a euphoric experience. So
it is. And if you go back in history, during the Great Depression, it's when they made all the big Ziegfeld Folly movies, the big giant musicals and the things like that. And why? Because people were sick of thinking about soup lines and bread lines and Hoover camps and all that stuff. And I know I'm talking way back, but they were sick of that. So Hollywood started making these big Ziegfeld Folly dance musical movies and all this stuff, and people just got their escape for a couple of hours. And what's wrong with that? You know what I mean? What's so wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with it, especially when you have good music to escape to, like you guys do. It's just the perfect combination.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm curious though, when it doesn't work right, what happens then? What's like the worst show you've ever played?
I don't know that the crowd was ever part of the worst show we've ever played. I think logistics sometimes and bugs in the equipment or something like that, or things going out. But I look at it this way: even on the worst day, on the worst show, it's better than doing something else. You know what I mean? And so you adapt and you make it work. So I'll be honest with you, I don't remember what my worst show was. I don't.
Love that answer. That's because even on the worst day, you're doing what you love, and that passion is still there. Yeah, love it. Well, you mentioned the UK, and you've played overseas tours 5 times in 3 years. So, what's a moment from one of those runs that still sticks with you, other than the when you developed your mantra for the show?
Well, I would say the last one that we did on the end of the tour during the summer, it was in Wales at Steelhouse. And there's probably 15,000 people there.
Oh, wow.
And hands in the air, singing along right with me. That's when it feels like you're doing the right thing. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
electric. You want to talk about the best day? That's the best day. Let's talk about the best days. And
That
and
that's
we and by the fifth tour, we've started seeing that everywhere we go. And that's because of Planet Rock. We've had 7 singles now playlisted with them, and the people over there know our music. They know it, and they're ready to sing and they're ready to participate. And that's what the UK is like. Those people are passionate there, and I can't say enough great things about the response and just how wonderful the folks over there are.
wow, that's amazing. Just that must be so not just gratifying to you as an artist, but just as a person to just be up there and I can just only imagine it. Wow, it's just
Well, it kind of reminds me of something maybe that we've forgotten here. You know what I mean? They are loyal. They still listen. They still celebrate World War II victories to this
yeah,
day. Even the
yeah,
kids do, and there's nothing wrong with that. They are loyal. They remember you, and they remember their favorite older bands, and the young people do. And that's something that we used to have here, and we've kind of lost that a little bit here because we're a little bit of a disposable society in America. But everybody wants. Well, let me tell you, everybody over there wants
mhm,
to come here and succeed in music. So I'm not bashing here because here is the gold standard. But those people over there, their loyalty and their passion, it's just absolutely incredible.
yeah, it's awesome. That is very cool. Um, so you have a new album coming out,
Yeah.
a la mode. So is there any song on it that or what's a song maybe that you're most nervous for people to hear?
Well, I was born without the nervous gene, so I don't have that. I think just an overall body of work. You hope that people will understand what you did. You will hope
Hmm.
that people will will feel the same way or about it that you felt, and you will hope that they find their story inside of your story.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so that's probably what I'm thinking about now. And music music invokes memories. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So when you hear one of your favorite songs, you go, "Hey, I remember exactly where I was when I was hearing that song the first time or whatever." And if I can accomplish that on my lyrics and we can accomplish that on the songs that we write, we've succeeded. And that's what I hope for.
That's awesome.
I just
Yeah,
hope people find their story within ours.
yeah. And that's all you can hope for, really, right? Just
That's
people
right.
can relate to it. Yeah,
That's right.
absolutely. Is there, on the flip side of that, is there a track that you're most excited for people to hear?
Um, yeah, I was excited to get the Paul Rogers song out, which came out Friday, because that collaboration was so much fun and so exciting to be a part of something with a guy like that, right? I mean, an
Mhm.
icon, and he shapes the way that rock and roll was in one of the greatest eras of rock and roll in the 1970s. And so I was excited for that, but I'm excited about all of them. I'm excited to I'm always excited for our next single. I'm always excited for what's next because we finished them, they're done. I'm just excited to see how they're reacted to, and I'm excited to get out and play them live. We played several of them live, but anyway, that is what I'm most excited for, to get out and play them live.
Yeah, yeah. It's for people just to experience, I'm guessing, the same feeling you had when you were making them.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure, exactly. And that's what you always want. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
So,
absolutely. Um, uh, so your name, Hillbilly Vegas, is there, what would you say is the biggest misconception people have the moment they hear your band's name?
that we have 22 hillbilly songs.
Right, yeah, I can imagine that when I was first approached and heard about you guys, I was like, Hillbilly Vegas, interesting. But then I listened and no, it's not like that at all. So
No, and listen, band names are historically silly.
yeah,
I mean, if we really just dig into it, it doesn't matter what it means. It's just silly, and people never forget it. I will tell you that.
yeah,
But we can point to a Jimmy Eat World. I don't know, what does that mean. You know what I mean? I mean, everybody's got a silly band name. We have a silly band name. It doesn't matter. It's just what bands do.
yeah.
And so people can think whatever they want, but yeah, that's a misconception. When we used to work with a label in Nashville, I used to get song submissions to me all the time, and every song had the title Hillbilly in it. And so yeah, and I realized we invited that by doing what we did, but but in the end, it's just a silly band name. It's just a fun thing, and that's really all that matters.
Awesome. I hear you. Very cool. Well, a few more questions. So this is
Yeah, no
more
problem.
about I guess maybe your life on the road, if you will. Is
Okay.
there anything that happened on the road that you probably shouldn't talk about, but can't help telling the story anyways?
Oh, maybe when I was younger and in a different band, but these days everything's pretty vanilla. I wish I had a better story for you. You know what I mean? We're and backstage and I hear every band that we tour with, every band that we toured with Ted Nugent, and I don't know what you expect from Ted, but you know what was backstage? His grandkids, his children, and a whole lot of quiet and calm, and a bunch of little kids running around. And
Okay.
I would say at all the festivals we play with, we were with Blacking Lawless recently and Lita Ford in England, and nothing crazy there either. Wasp was just eating their food and having conversations. It's really actually a boring affair backstage these days. So I would say that I wish there was, but there really isn't anything. No.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It's would you prefer something more wild, or do you enjoy your peace and calm backstage?
I've never been a drinker in my entire life. I actually prefer the quiet. I prefer that always did, even in the wild days. Um,
Okay.
and I don't think anybody in our band anymore is interested in that either. And which is okay. I mean, we still have fun. Everybody has fun. You have a lot of laughs and you have a lot of conversations. You eat a lot of good and a lot of bad food and stuff like that. And you meet a lot of really nice people. And the thing that you always have to make time for is that when somebody gets their chance to speak to you, they have a story to tell you.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you got to hear 30 or 40 stories in a row. You know what I mean? And that part I love, because I love the fact that people are interested enough to talk to us and tell us
Yeah.
stories. So I would say that's my favorite backstage thing or after show thing.
That's awesome. Yeah, getting to hear what's the word? I think it's sonder. I've heard that a lot recently, where it's
Yeah,
realizing that people are living full lives outside of your own existence. And
that's exactly right.
yeah, so
And
that's
and and sometimes they have the most fun stories, and I love the fact that sometimes they tell you, "Hey, your song meant this to me," or I was feeling this way, and your song helped me with that. And that happens too, and I believe it because music is a great healer, and music is a counselor. Music is a companion.
Mhm.
It's just one of those things.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Absolutely. Well, with that being said, then,
Yeah.
what are you listening to right now outside of Hillbilly Vegas songs that sounds maybe nothing like what you guys play?
Well, here's where I've got to out myself. I don't really listen to music. I listen to podcasts. I'm listening to a lot of alien stuff right now. I got to be honest with you. I got to know what's happening. But
That's
when I
fine.
do listen to music, and when I do listen to music, I pretty much keep it on the classic rewind, the '70s station, and stuff like that. Because to me, the greatest era of music ever was the 1970s, and that's for every genre. What an amazing time, and what an amazing group of artists during that time. And you cannot top the melodies and the hooks and the energy those people created back when there was no auto tune, no tricks. They
Yeah.
just had to do it on the tape, which is what we did in our album. There's no auto tune, no tricks, anything. We self recorded that thing, and that is 100% us,
That's
warts and
awesome.
all. And that's what we wanted to do. And that, if I'm listening to anything right now, that's what I'm listening to.
That's awesome. That's yeah. I mean, I do enjoy that era, specifically for what you just mentioned. There is no tricks. It's all done. I'm also a photographer, so it's all done in camera. Is how I would put it.
Sure.
So it's
That's exactly right. Yeah.
It's just that's awesome.
That's a great analogy.
Um, so last question for you, Steve.
Yeah.
Thank you again for taking some time to join us here.
I've enjoyed it. Thank you.
If someone's watching this and they've never heard of Hillbilly Vegas before, what do you want them to do next?
I want them to give this a shot, see if they enjoy it. And if they do, tell somebody else. There's that shampoo commercial, You'll tell two friends, and they'll tell two friends, and so on and so on. Listen, word of mouth. And if we can create something within somebody, they will share it. And that's all I ask. Give it a shot and share it if you like it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, everyone out there, you heard it. Go tell a friend or two friends about Hillbilly Vegas. Let them share it out to everyone. Word of mouth is great. And you guys are great energy, great vibe. I enjoyed listening to the new album. Can't wait for it to come out.
Thank you so much.
For everyone to hear it. Steve, thanks again for taking some time to talk with us here at SONIQLOOX. We really appreciate it.
I appreciate you very much. You guys have a great day. And thank you very much for having me.